All right. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are on planet Earth. It's yours truly, Dex the Algo Capitalist, aka the Vulcan, live from PulseWave This is our pre-market pulse scan, where we take a look at the overnight markets and news that may affect the trading day. Let's jump right into it, shall we? All right, so Apple and Samsung are now tied in the battle to be the world's biggest smartphone seller, or so the consensus seems to show. Some fourth quarter smartphone shipment estimates put Apple slightly ahead of Samsung, while others put Samsung slightly ahead of Apple. Bloomberg reports suggesting the pair are practically neck and neck. The Wuhan coronavirus has led Google, Apple, Facebook, Amazon, and Microsoft to close China locations and suspend employee travel unless business critical. As the coronavirus continues to spread, major tech companies are restricting employee travel to China. Apple and Broadcom have been collectively fined $1.1 billion for patent infringement. Bloomberg reports that the pair have been ordered to pay damages for infringing California Institute of Technology patents on Wi-Fi tech, with Apple fined $837.8 million. Got a little corporate espionage going on here. I see you. Corporate espionage. Now, that's just downright lazy. That's what at the end of the day, corporate espionage is lazy. Instead of you properly funding and staffing your R&D departments, you choose to go and raid somebody else's. You want to steal somebody else's intellectual property. You want to go in and take what someone else has spent millions, maybe even billions of dollars developing and researching, and you just want to go in there and take it from them for free. They should have been fined. But, technically speaking, shouldn't they go to jail too? Because if I break into your house and steal something out of it, when the police come and catch me, they're taking me to jail. All right? I may have to pay some kind of fines or restitution also, but I'm going to jail. We already know that. How come these guys get to go in and steal someone else's property and no one goes to jail? You see how arbitrary the laws are? They enforce what they want to enforce on whom they want to enforce it. Basically, if you're poor, you're screwed. You're going up the creek without a paddle. But if you're rich, wealthy, if you're some Fortune 500 company tycoon, hey, the world is yours. You can do whatever you want. Your name is Nas up in this piece. Moving right on. Amazon has rubbish claims that it is a competitor to Deliveroo as UK regulators threaten a £450 million mega investment. Deliveroo and Amazon rejected claims that an investment tie-up would reduce competition in UK food delivery sector. Facebook will pay $550 million to settle an Illinois lawsuit about its use of facial recognition and user photos. The social media said on Wednesday it reached a $550 million settlement in principle related to a lawsuit that claimed it illegally collected and stored biometric data for millions of users without their consent. I already covered this story a few days ago. There is a company out there that most people don't know about that is collecting data on people. That they have written an algorithm to go in and take everyone's photos and issue it into a facial recognition database. So, and they've taken it not just from Facebook, but from YouTube, from Google. I mean, you name it, all around the web. And no one seemed to even care about it. But now, because it's Facebook, they got to pay a fine. Very interesting, isn't it? So this one company can work in collusion with the U.S. government, but when Facebook does it, now it's a problem because it's Facebook. Very interesting. I'll tell you what I think. I think this is a backlash for the comments that came out the other day in the pre-market PulseScan I did. The Democrats were angry at Facebook, claiming that it was leaning toward Donald Trump, and that's why they didn't want Facebook to run any political ads because it would give Trump a slant in his favor, a bias, if you will, a Republican bias. So this is, to me, backlash from the Democrats. I'm sure they're behind this lawsuit, to be quite honest with you. All right. Mark Zuckerberg says his goal for the next decade isn't to be liked, but to be understood. Facebook CEO Mark Zuckerberg opened the company Q4 earnings conference by vowing to communicate more clearly, even if it means upsetting people. Whatever. Tesla stock has popped by 7% after it had another profitable quarter and said it's ahead of schedule with Model Y production. Tesla earned $2.14 per share on revenue of $7.4 billion in the fourth quarter of 2019. The electric car company reported on Wednesday. Yeah, that stock was on fire last night, man. It ran hard. I think it was like $150 or something like that in the after hours. It was some ridiculous number, but it was crazy. It was trading north of $600 a share last night. So they were getting down with that stock last night. And again, if you were a member of PulseWave Trading, you would have been alerted to that possibility, and you would have already been long going into that announcement. All right, so it's just what we do. It's just how we roll up in here. You know, we do stuff like that. That's what the reports are for. They're called rally alerts, and we give you these rally and crash alerts in advance of these moves so that you can have an opportunity to participate in those markets. Now, it's not going to be 100% accurate because nothing is 100% accurate, but at least it will help you to get an edge. And that's, at the end of the day, all that we're looking for is an edge. And you have the tools in front of you to do that, to have that edge before everyone else and their mama is getting involved in buying up shares and enjoying life. You will have that opportunity. And that's all we could ever ask, right? Is to give people opportunity to participate. That's what it's all about at the end of the day, right? So we do that for you. And at the most part, you're going to have a whole bunch of information, before you, so you can see things like this when it happens. Nobody can predict what earnings are going to be. But what we do is we follow the money, and we take it from a day-to-day basis based on our market activity each day, and we can ascertain where the money flows are. If it's buying, if there's more buying in a particular market or more selling in a particular market, we'll be able to pick that up and put ourselves in a better position than most to take advantage of it. And at the end of the day, that's pretty much all it is anyway. So, big names like Tesla, that was one of those shorted markets. It was the most shorted market in the world for a minute. Everyone hated Tesla. And it's like every day the stock dropped. Like every day the stock was dropping. And people were in there living life. They were shorting. They're like, yes, I'm so happy. Oh, look at me, I'm getting rich shorting this stock. And then just one day it just said, it's time to put it in the bottom. And they didn't like that. Oh no, people didn't like that at all. And unfortunately, that's how the markets move. They want to do, the market wants to do the thing that's going to hurt the most people. And that's what it does. So had you been a member of our service, you would have had a rally alert on January the 28th for trading into the 29th, which was yesterday, and you would have been sitting pretty right now, catching yourself mad points. All right, so I just want to throw that out there. Congratulations to you guys who caught that. You're going to want to readjust your stops on the open today, all right? Some of you advanced people have already gone into the pre-market and extended hours and probably taking profit or what have you. No problem with that. Remember, you'll never go broke taking profits, okay? Just remember that. You will never go broke taking profits. All right, so moving right along. Apple may have a pair of high-end headphones coming this year, says one of the most accurate Apple analysts. The tech giant may release a pair of high-end over-ear headphones in 2020, adding to its growing lineup of audio products. Robinhood challenger Freetrade, which has raised millions for its free trading app, acknowledged a high attrition rate after 22 staff departed in 2019. London tech startup Freetrade saw between 22 and 26 staff members leave the company last year amid a spate of layoffs at the stock trading app. Oh, that sucks. You know, that really sucks. You know, I am definitely pro small business. I am for the small businessman. And that kind of sucks that, you know, people had to be laid off or had to quit. You know, you're starting up, you're trying to get off the ground, you're trying to do your thing, and you go through those ups and downs. But hey, that's business, you know, that happens. Google is building a new messaging app that brings its own products together with Microsoft Office and Zoom, and it could launch as soon as April. This app is expected to be a one-stop shop for accessing G Suite apps, as well as outside apps like Slack, Zoom, Cisco, WebEx, and Microsoft Office. So that is the top stories of the day. We've covered it now. We're good to go. We can move on to the part that you all have been waiting for. I know you've been waiting for it. I know you have. So let's jump into our chart segment. Or should I really say the real-time quote segment? Give me just a second. Okay, I'm back. So let's get into these charts. All right, give me just a second. Dun, 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 dun. This is going to be fun. All right. Here we go. Okay. Getting into the overnight markets. Let's see what's up. All right. So the Dow futures are down 174 points at 28,537. It was down over 200 points when I rolled out of bed this morning. It did hit a low of 28,432. All right. And we have no two-bar Charlie set up there. The NASDAQ 100 is down 35.25 points at 90.64 It did hit a low this morning of 90.03. It has since rallied back off of the lows. The E-mini S&P 500 is down 19.5 points at 32.53. It did hit a low so far this morning of 32.39 3/4. The Russell's down 10.2 points at 1639.20. It has hit a low so far this morning of 1631.5. It should be noted that there are no two-bar Charlie setups there either. So none in the Russell, none in the S&P, none in the NASDAQ, none in the Dow so far. All right, looking at Bitcoin overnight. Bitcoin right now is unchanged at 93.90. It hit a low last night of 91.90, and we're at the highs of the session. So quite the reversal there. I warned you in last night's video. I warned you in the prior days videos that you needed to handle your stops I told you I sensed a sharp reversal coming. I thought it was going to be yesterday, but instead the market waited to do it last night. All right, that's a big drop. All right, and now we've reversed back higher yet again. You gotta be prepared when you plan in a volatile market like Bitcoin. You gotta be swift. All right, nat gas is down 2 cents at $1.83. No 2-bar Charlie there. Euro yen is up. It looks like we're up 12 pips at 120.12. We hit a low last night at 119.78, and we're at the high of the session. Crude oil futures are down $1.22. We're at $52.10, and no 2-bar Charlie setup there. The long bond right now is up 12.30 seconds at 162 and 20 seconds, and there is no 2-bar Charlie setup there either. Gold futures up $7 at 15.83. The market did hit a high of 15.88 so far, and the low is 15.80. We do not have a 2-bar Charlie setup there either. Silver is up 36 cents at $17.85, trading near the highs of the session. No 2-bar Charlie setup there. U.S. dollar index is up 10 ticks at 97.89. No 2-bar Charlie setup there. The euro futures right now is up 5 pips at 110.56. No 2-bar Charlie setup there. All right, for you grain heads, soybeans right now, soybean futures are down 7.25 points at 8.85 3/4. And we do not have a 2-bar Charlie setup there. Corn is down 3.5 points at 3.80 3/4. No 2-bar Charlie setup there. And that's it on our futures overnight looks. Markets are a trip this morning. Don't really know what's going to be what. All right, let's see. I know we got a question here. Let's answer it and see what's up. All right, so the question is, Dex on Facebook, when something opens down beneath the short entry zone, how does one proceed to short the stock if you are already short overnight going into today? So if I'm understanding your question correctly, you would like to know how do you add to the position, the short you already have, and the market gaps down lower. All right, so one of the ways that you can manage this situation is by going in and waiting for the market to tick up, see if there's a tick up. Normally, when the markets gap down like that, they try to back and fill the same day. If not, and you got a runner on your hands, the only other thing that you can do is if it hasn't passed the trend support zone, then you can use the trend support zone as your entry. If it has dropped below both your initial entry for the day and your trend support zone, your intraday price inflection point zone, then you have, like I said, you have to wait to see if there's an uptick before you can add to that position. Basically, what you'll be doing is just holding in your shorts if it's going to keep dropping. So those are the only options you really have. So I hope that answers your question. All right. Any other questions? All right. So here's what I have been doing. All right. I went ahead and took a short last night in the NASDAQ futures contract, and so I'm using last night's reports. So I took last night's PulseWave price trigger report, and I used the entry on that report with the initial stop listed on the report. So I'm holding on that one. We're going to ride it out. I'm still long Wells Fargo also from yesterday's report, and I have my my stop in place from yesterday. I have not moved that stop. I do believe there is a high degree of probability looking at the extended hours trading and pre-market trading that I might get stopped out today. Maybe, we'll see. I'll tell you currently. Let me see. I have a stop currently at. Let me see. I don't think it's changed. I just want to give you the right stuff. My stop is at 46.70 right now. That's what my stop is. All right. And I got long yesterday, so I'm just holding. We're gonna see what happens. It did pull back after filling me. I don't have a crash alert for the day, and the reason why I entered long yesterday is because we had a rally alert. Okay, so I took that, and it filled me. So it rallied just enough to fill me. Then it reversed, and now it's kind of holding. So it could move a little bit higher today. I know that we are in an established bear market on the daily chart with negative momentum there. Okay, our weekly trend momentum is negative. I see that, but for some odd reason, the market seems to be basing out right now. So that's why we went ahead and took that long position in the Wells Fargo. I would have loved to have taken the position in Tesla. To be quite honest with you, I didn't see it. It wasn't even on my radar. I just added it to my list now. I did put in a short for today, also in Lockheed Martin. For those of you who watched last night's end of day report, I used last night's PulseWave price trigger report to enter the orders in on the short position. We'll see if I get filled. It's hard to say right now. Just by looking at what I'm seeing here in the overnight market, there is a chance that it may come down and get me. We'll see. But other than that, I'm not going to do anything except for just wait and let the market come to me. I'm not interested in taking a long position at this time. So I'm counter trend trading right now because of the crash alert. I'm actually just playing the alerts right now. So I just wanted to explain myself on that one. All right. I'll let you know if I'm taking anything else. I'll post those updates in the trading room. But for right now, this is all I got. That's all I'm doing this morning. Not doing anything else. Okay. All right. So with that being said, I will see the rest of you in the trading room. And for those of you who have not already gone to PulseWaveTrading.com, you need to get over there as soon as possible. We do have free accounts that you can get to set up, so you can see we have some goodies there for you, some free goodies, and you want to take advantage of that. Also, we have some amazing deals going on right now. They're about to expire. All right, so if you've been sitting on the fence, you need to get off the fence and go ahead and get things set up so that you can be a part of what we're about to do. All right, with that said, we're going to end this broadcast, and then we'll be back probably, I don't know, sometime after the opening bell to do our live stream podcast. That's what we really call it. It's really a podcast, even though we're just chilling. It's just our little live stream podcast. We do what we do. We're open during the trading session. You know how we do. We about this trading life. We're about that life, you know? All right, with that being said, remember, bulls make money, bears make money, and pigs get slaughtered. So remember to take what you can and give Nathan back. Peace.